How you doing, good people? This video topic is God understands. We all know the truth. We are just distracted. I came up with this topic because of a situation where I had a discussion with a few people about Adam and Eve. As we know in the Bible, it says Adam and Eve was the first two beings on this planet. And Eve and Adam gave birth to so many people. What we have today. Now, some people are skeptical about Eve being able to give birth to so many people. There had to be other people on this planet. We'll be deformed. We'll be messed up. There'll be a lot of incest that would make us come out with defects. Now, let's look at it this way. We know some women, even in today's era, who have been given birth to so many people. We know of some young girls who already had up to 6, 7 children. And not talking about the ones she aborted, but the ones that she gave birth to, running wild in the street, just a regular young girl. And this is in her lifetime. Now, we know that she would have so many kids at a young age. And maybe as she got older, she learned to stop or whatever. Things happen. But the point is, imagine this is an imperfect girl. These are imperfect women today. Eve was perfection, like Adam was. She lived to be 930 years old. That young girl, or whatever we know today, max out at 100. And she gave birth to 10, 15 children. Now imagine Eve maxing out at a 930 years. Y'all can't even imagine living that long. The point is, what I'm saying is, all them years she could kick out babies, right? She could kick out children. And the only one that they really amplify is the two because of the murder. The first murder between Cain and Abel. Let's say, and Abel, Cain took a wife. They said he grabbed one and took a wife. They're like, oh, then there had to be other people. Nobody said how old they were. Nobody said how long did they live that Cain killed Abel. Nobody mentioned how old they were. Get what I'm saying? Cain could have killed Abel after 200, 300 years. And then by that time, all these other people is born. His other sisters and siblings are born. Now, as God made Eve, he made her with individuals. The eggs within her was of different, well, how you could say more, they was sisters and brother, but not, they was individuals. God had a plan that Eve, when she gave birth, her child would be an individual. Even though we're family, like today, we're individuals, and we have set our own bloodline. So I think each seed, each egg she gave birth to had their own personal bloodline, not the same bloodline. You know what I'm saying? Feel what I'm coming at? Because she was the mother of nations. She was the mother of nations. That's why she was attacked, because she had the nations within her, And I know some people probably don't follow that, but let's imagine You see chickens, how they just keep laying eggs and laying eggs. No rooster around to lay eggs, but they lay eggs. And the eggs just lie dormant. They don't hatch because there's no rooster to fertilize them. Adam's the rooster. The chicken gonna still lay eggs regardless. You know what I'm saying? So Eve, she have eggs in her, and the eggs that she laid was individuals. Adam fertilized those eggs, but they were individuals. Those eggs was attacked, which was us. You know, eggs within eggs within eggs within eggs when it comes to the females. So when Adam and Eve had kids, the kids was like individuals. They had their own bloodline, their own separate bloodline. And this kept going on and on and on for I don't know, God knows how many years, because people was living to be so old. And even down when Abraham, you even could read in the Bible that God said to Abraham, it was still carrying on that individual bloodline within the women. And God said to Abraham, I will do away with the earth and make a nation of you, because he liked Abraham so much that he would discard everybody else and start fresh with Abraham and Sarah as the new Adam and Eve. He would redo them. Abraham didn't go for that, so God didn't do it. But once again, that individual bloodline was still going on within women. They were still close to source even during Abraham's time. And I'll give you this idea. When Abraham's son Isaac, wife Rebecca, was having babies, again, twins, two twins, God said that she's given birth to two different nations. That's why her babies was fighting inside the womb. Individual bloodlines. See where I'm coming from? Now, we could also put down that some of the bloodlines was kind of affected with angels back in the days, because, and these was angels, they wasn't demons or whatever, they wasn't fallen at that time, they were still in heaven. They came to the bodies of men and slept with the daughters of man. Took the form of man, took the form of man. They didn't take a body of man, they took the form of man and slept with the daughters of men. And they made the Nephilim another bloodline from other bloodlines. See how people start transforming and transforming and transforming, but then once again, God cleansed the earth and he made another nation when he did with Noah and his family. They was all on the boat. So everything else got wiped out. So you think about it, Adam and Eve did populate the earth. And the earth can be populated from women who are closer to Eve. Let's say the women today can't do it because of their lifespan. And we're so far away from that source that created Adam and Eve, which was the Holy Spirit. We're so far away from that source that we don't even live that long. And the bloodlines is not individual within the women, just like the men is not as strong with, their fertilization. So we know the truth, but we tend to, because of how we see things today, we're like, And we keep forgetting that they was very, very much superior than we are. And that's something that is confusing the minds. We're distracted. And that's the truth.